Some rivalries save leagues. Bird vs. Magic brought the NBA back from the dead. LeBron vs. Steph gave a new generation of fans something unforgettable. And now, the WNBA might have found its defining rivalry. Two stars, two styles, two players who came into the league with history, tension, and unmatched attention. Clark versus Angel Reese. But how good is this rivalry really? And could it be the one that changes everything for the WNBA? The WNBA began in 1996.
I am pleased to announce that the Board of Governors approves the concept of the NBA, establishing the Women's National Basketball Association.
But it spent most of its life fighting for attention in the long shadow of the NBA. While Michael Jordan returned to dominate headlines, the women's game struggled to get its moment. Stars like Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, and Sue Bird laid the foundation, but the spotlight was dim. Since 1997, only a handful of WNBA games have ever cleared 1 million viewers. By 2018, the league's entire revenue, just over $60 million, was less than the annual salary of a single NBA star like Jason Tatum. The potential was there, the talent was there, but the moment, that hadn't arrived. That all changed in 2024. The WNBA saw the most viewed draft in league history, more than the previous 5 drafts combined.
The league could not be in a more exciting place than it is right now.
Certainly, the attention on women's basketball right now is at an all-time high, and this league has been poised and ready for at least the last 2 decades.
And the reason was clear. Clark and Angel Reese were coming.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Clark, University of Iowa. With the 7th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Angel Reese, LSU.
Their arrival created shockwaves. That season, WNBA viewership jumped 170%.
This is more exciting than NBA.
Energy is way better.
It's just as competitive as the men's side, just as competitive as the NBA.
Games between Clark's Indiana Fever and Reese's Chicago Sky broke records, drawing over 2.7 million viewers. And when they faced off, it wasn't just a basketball game. It was a cultural event. Not because they were the 2 best players in the league, but because they were rivals. This rivalry didn't begin in the WNBA. It started on college basketball's biggest stage. Iowa versus LSU. Clark versus Angel Reese. Trash talk, passion, drama. Reese's infamous "you can't see me" gesture.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
Clark's record-breaking deep threes. And LSU walking away with the title.
LSU has captured its very first national championship.
It was competitive, emotional, iconic, and it didn't end at the buzzer. The internet couldn't stop talking. Everyone had an opinion. And for the first time in decades, women's college basketball became must-see TV.
There was a ton of excitement about the league in those days because it was new and people were interested to see what women's basketball was going to look like. It started with 8 teams.
So when both players declared for the draft, the WNBA wasn't just getting 2 rookies. It was inheriting a rivalry. The appeal isn't just personal, it's stylistic. Clark is finesse, vision. Long-range flamethrower. The closest thing women's basketball has ever seen to Steph Curry.
Cunningham is down behind the play, but they've got Caitlin Clark to fire away from three. Cunningham just now getting up.
Angel Reese's grit, rebounds, hustle, a high-energy presence who owns the paint.
She blocked that while holding her own shoe.
They play different games. They appeal to different fans. And their contrast is what makes their rivalry work. They even entered the league just months apart in age, but light years apart in perception. Caitlin was crowned the face of the future. Angel, the disruptor, the challenger. And that tension keeps people watching. But here's the truth. Right now, this rivalry is mostly one-sided. Caitlin Clark's teams tend to win. Her highlights go viral. Her jersey sales top the league.
The Caitlin Clark hype is real, but a statistic that we saw on X is not. Longtime basketball writer Dick Weiss posted that more Caitlin Clark Indiana Fever jerseys were sold in one day than the Cowboys sold last year for the entire team.
She's broken assist records, scored faster than anyone in WNBA history, and lifted the entire league's numbers.
No one in the history of the sport has hit more threes in a season than Clark has this year.
Even her haters prove her greatness, because the greats always have haters. Meanwhile, Angel Reese hasn't yet matched her on the court. She's made headlines for modeling gigs, brand deals, and social moments, but not always for her basketball. There's a growing sense, even among fans outside the sport, that Angel is focused more on her image than her game. To be clear, she's good. She's very good. But if this rivalry is going to be great, Angel Reese has to level up. Rivalries can't live off drama alone. They need competition, back and forth, playoff moments, clutch shots. They need Angel to challenge Caitlin not just emotionally, but on the scoreboard. Sound familiar? It should, because the NBA wasn't always the giant it is today. In the late 70s, it was struggling. Low ratings, low attendance, fading interest. Then came Magic versus Bird, West Coast versus East Coast, Flash versus Fundamentals. They saved the NBA. Everywhere Magic went, Bird followed. Every Celtics win made the Lakers hungrier. It wasn't just two players. It was a collision of forces. And it worked. Not because the league marketed them, but because they backed it up. Game after game, finals after finals.
Is Mr. Magic Johnson your friend versus Mr. Larry Bird simply the best player rivalry of all time?
I think so. I mean, when you take a look at both of these franchises, when Larry got obviously drafted by Boston, rejuvenized that Celtic-Laker rivalry because Magic's here, along with Cap. And those two guys were just totally different players, from totally different spectrums of the world, basically,
And decades later, we saw it again with LeBron and Steph. We're not there yet, but the spark is real. The WNBA is finally getting the attention it deserves. Caitlin Clark is a once-in-a-generation draw.
I tried to practice every day after school in my backyard because I want to be on Iowa and be like her.
Angel Reese is a captivating presence.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. It's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but there are so many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time, and luckily, it's coming now.
And their rivalry, even in its early stages, is already reshaping the league. But if this is going to be the greatest rivalry in WNBA history, it can't just live on media hype. It needs moments. It needs balance. It needs growth. Angel Reese has the charisma, the platform, the passion. Now, she just needs to match Caitlin on the court. Because if she does, then this rivalry won't just be great for now. It could be great forever.
And in reality, both are excellent competitors. They both said this was a basketball play. Now, Greedy, let's be honest. If this was the other way around, oh, Lord, you can only imagine how the conversation would have gone.
Yeah.
So, is Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese the WNBA's greatest rivalry ever? Not yet. But it's on its way. And in a league that's finally rising, it might just be the spark that lights the future.